All right, we are live. How are you, Jeff? Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. I'm so excited to have you. You are kicking off the series of our interview series of B2B CEOs in our Facebook group, leading up to the big live launch of our Elevator Pitches Bootcamp. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw the boot camp coming up and looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you. So I'm so interested to find out. I mean, we've known each other through other networks, and you're always so polite and you're always so nice. And I never really knew exactly. And I know you do something around tech and systems for other companies. So why don't you tell us about what you do at Admentus?
Well, Adventus has really been my personal consulting practice for 15 plus years now. So I've been doing this for a while, but really I work with entrepreneurs, their leadership teams, simply to give them back more of what they want out of their business. And a lot of times that people immediately go to profit or go to measurables like that, but it can be anything from they're dealing with people issues, maybe they're dealing with just hitting a ceiling in their business. They can't grow it. They can't figure out what to do next. They're kind of searching for resources. And so as a professional EOS implementer, basically what I bring is a series of tools, series of processes, et cetera, that kind of help build that foundation back under an entrepreneurial organization. Because at least when they start out, everything's about the idea, everything's about sales. Can we get a product to market fast enough, kind of a thing there? And everything's sales focused. Nobody thinks about, hey, we actually need to have an underlying operating system, underlying way of running business, of managing people, of managing data, managing issues, things like that. And rightly so. That's not what you need to be worried about out the gate. Out the gate is can we sell this thing? Can we get enough money to survive? But this is really kind of I almost look at it as like the teenage years. Okay, how do we get beyond the teenage phase, decide we're actually going to have a real business here, and then start putting some of those systems in? Because again, been an entrepreneur. I've run several businesses, started several businesses myself. I don't have any kind of business background. Like you said, my background's in technology, kind of a thing. So most entrepreneurs out here don't have an MBA or anything like that. And that's really what EOS is designed for. It's designed for the entrepreneur. It's little, quick, easy, simple processes, tools that kind of help build that business foundation in place without needing to have the full MBA or anything and be an expert at running a business, kind of a thing. You be an expert in your marketing and your social platforms, things like that. We can come in and help show you how to run the business on a really easy standpoint.
So, I mean, that's what I wanted to ask you. What is EOS? Is that like an industry term, or is that like proprietary to you? What is it?
EOS is actually it's an acronym, TLA kind of thing. Everybody's got their acronyms, but it's the Entrepreneurial Operating System, and it's a worldwide organization. So there's actually a whole series of 6 different books. I've got several of them up on my website right there that you can look at. But it's a simplistic set of tools, business processes, things that honestly have been around for hundreds of years from building business, but it's been redone and packaged in a way that's friendly for an entrepreneur. So I like the example. I was just reading a book last week, and it wasn't yours, but it's like I get to the end of this book. It's like, if they had consolidated this down to about 20 pages of just hard, actionable information, it would have been perfect. I didn't need all this extra fluff and everything around it, kind of thing. And that's really what EOS brings. It's not a full MBA. It's literally 20 different tools, 20 different business processes that helps you deal with making sure everybody's got on the same page from a vision standpoint, helping them out with people issues. How do we structure the organization? How do we make sure everybody's pulling the right direction? How do we deal with issues in the business? Because any company is going to have issues pop up. And a lot of times it's entrepreneurs especially, but companies just don't know how to deal with it. It keeps popping up next week. Oh, we're still talking about this issue. We're still talking about it. We're not putting it to bed. And then really, how do we get the traction side of this to say, okay, yeah, the entrepreneur's got a great vision here of where they want this company to go. But as the company starts growing, things don't happen anymore. When they first started out, it was them and 2 or 3 other players, and great. We could make a change on the dime kind of thing, just switch direction immediately. And now that we're at 20 people, we're at 30 people, all of a sudden change doesn't happen so well. It's like we're walking through mud kind of a thing here. And the traction side of it's, okay, how do we bring that vision down to the ground, really instill that kind of discipline and accountability in the organization, get everybody pulling the same direction, make sure everybody's working together rather than pulling different directions.
I got it. That's great. So in terms of, we're going to be building some bonuses for the launch at the Elevator Pitches Bootcamp. What kind of content would you like some of those bonuses to be around?
Oh, from my standpoint, I always call myself the world's worst salesperson kind of thing. I hate the hard sale. I hate that kind of push there of sign up or else it's going away kind of a deal. My focus, my intent is always more a help first, a provide resources to help you learn whatever you need to. And if I can facilitate that, great. So the problem I run into with that is that requires having that conversation, that requires understanding what they are struggling with, what their issues are. And in this day of hyper sales and hyper media, everybody's got their guard up. It's like, okay, don't send me another sales pitch. I don't want to hear about a sales pitch. So it's the wording, what you're talking about, the quick pitch right there, kind of a thing that's not necessarily a pitch, but how do you open the door enough to say, hey, let's just sit down and literally have a networking conversation. It's not a sales thing. I'm not sitting here trying to beat you up with a sales pitch. I just want to sit there and learn about your business and kind of open that door without, like I said, obviously having their guard go up immediately. It's like that's what I'm used to dealing with, especially LinkedIn or whatever. Like nobody wants to, they just expect you're getting another sales pitch right here every time you get a connection request or anything like that.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Sure. I get them too, and I hate them, but yeah.
For sure. I love that. Okay, I captured some really great verbiage: quick door opener messaging, how to get through the buyer's guard, and how to get through to the networking conversation, to the connection conversation, how to overcome the guard. Yeah. Love that. I love that. That is really, really great. Because and you can stay for the boot camp, but the short of it is, it's really about their pain. So if they're really in pain for something, that's the hook. We use the pain to hook them, and then they're open to it because they think you have the answer.
Yeah.
And you probably do, but it's got to do with their pain language, and it's got to do with them thinking you understand them. And the only way to do that is if you're specialized in their pain.
Makes sense. Yep. Yeah.
And it's just the hook. Like that's what I'm going to teach is the elevator pitch is not really about who you are and what you do. It's only a hook. It really has nothing to do. I mean, it's hard to believe. So tell us how we can reach you. I know there's a ticker tape going across. Tell us what, we can reach you and how we can get more resources from you.
Well, a couple different options, kind of a thing there, basically all through the website there that's mentioned. If you're more the self-help type person or whatever, like I said, admentus.com, it's actually /resources there, has
is that the wrong
your website, so you're good, yeah. But /resources, you go to the website and there's a resource tab right there. If you're the self-help type of, like I said, the books are up there. There's actually a checklist kind of thing. If you just want to go take a quick quiz and see how your organization looks, if you want to look through any of that, again, that's just the self-help side. If you want to jump over to the workshop side here, basically I offer a complimentary workshop to any entrepreneur, their leadership team, their company, just kind of really going through what I refer to as the Cliff Notes version of EOS. Break down all the tools, all the processes, how this would actually impact their organization, just to get them make sure we're both on the same page with the company, with how things are going, make sure this is a fit kind of a thing. Because I don't want to sit there, again, I'm not the hard sells. I'm not going to sit here and say you have to have EOS, even if it doesn't make any sense for your company kind of a thing. So that workshop, like I said, there's more information on that website about it, but a little form right there, fill it out, complete complimentary, 90 minutes right there, just my time right there working with them and their company.
That's great. That is really great. Jeff, is there an application specific to this new economy, like the COVID situation that you're teaching now?
It's still the same tools, but it's what it does is it looks at one of the first things I always look at is the company's vision. So especially right now with things, basically we're looking at, okay, how do we get to be more productive? How do we get to be more efficient? And one of the things I typically find is, okay, what's your company vision? And does everybody in the company share that vision? Because if you've got the picture of the boulder or whatever there with everybody sitting there pulling ropes on it, if they're all pulling different directions, your company's not going anywhere. Versus if you've got everybody in line understanding that, hey, this is where the company's trying to go in the next 3 years, the next 10 years, and this is exactly how my day-to-day role fits into that goal, then you can actually have a lot more efficiency, a lot more productivity, because everybody's pulling the same direction. They're excited about the goal. They know exactly what I do to fit in it. They're not just there to go punch a time clock. So that's actually one of the first pieces we tackle right there, is saying, okay, let's get, where are you going kind of a thing, get everybody on the same page. And just that one little piece, we've seen so much more productivity, more acceleration kind of a thing in a company that, okay, then we can go work around these other issues. But just getting everybody on the same page. And actually with that workshop, I'll walk through, it's a 2-page planner is all it is. It's like, forget the big binder for strategic plans and all that kind of stuff. It's literally a 2-page planner, 8 different questions we walk through. So that workshop will actually give you that planner itself. I give that tool away right there. So already out of the gate right there, we kind of walk through, starting off, what is the vision of the company and how do we move forward with that?
I love that. Honestly, I think this video should be something that you're sending to people because you explained it so well. You explained it so well. And the other thing that I love is this no fluff thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the new motto. Like that's my new motto. No fluff.
Well, honestly, it's the entrepreneurial model. It's like, as entrepreneurs, we don't have the time or the interest. We're too busy chasing that squirrel or that squirrel kind of a thing. It's like, we just need quick bites. We need to go move forward with something real easy.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. This was great. You were my first virgin run. It didn't hurt for neither of us. And thank you so much. I can't wait to see you on the boot camp.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Take care.
You too. Bye.